Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be allowing space for all the channeled messages I've had recently, and it'll just be a culmination of everything that my brain has covered up until this point that I have not shared. So also with the assistance of tarot to deliver a story in a better way. Right? Oop. Right off the bat, on the floor. Let's see here. Okay. So we got the Six of Cups. We have the Devil following it. And then we have the Universe, which is a beautiful card. Okay, you can just trust me on that one. And then we have the Five of Torches in reverse. Okay, I already feel a story brewing. So this is about giving emotionally to other people. Okay, you realize that this is a toxic habit of yours, over giving. It's one of mine, so I totally get it. But it's a realization that I recently had where I understood that, oh my God, over giving is just my way of, I don't know, like I want to keep the people I love safe. So I give a lot to them, but then it also is just like a very fragile system that's on. And so I don't know, I just had this realization that maybe one of my people-pleasing tendencies is giving away my resources. And in this case with emotions, it's like you give a lot of yourself emotionally to other people willingly and happily, because I think there's an assumption that they would give back, and I know we never do it to receive anything back, but when we don't get anything back, it feels weird, right? It doesn't feel complete. And that's because they're not completing that cycle, right? That circuit, it's broken, it's incomplete, so that energy never comes back to you, right? But the universe is coming in to kind of help you understand that you're not stuck where you are. You're not going to be in the same place for long. Know that things are changing to make sure that you don't have to work that hard for the future you want, right? Maybe you have really ambitious goals, but then ambitious goals come with, it can be a very tedious path, or it can be an extremely aligned path where opportunities are just like kind of given to you because you're clear about what you want, and you know where you're going. And even if you don't know exactly where you're going, you know where your heart is and you know where it's leading you, and you're always making sure that you are following your highest path, right? And it's not just the highest path that you feel is good for you at the time. It is your soul's aligned path, right? It's not something that's a quick fix. It's definitely alignment. So you're coming into alignment, my friends. You're realizing all these little things that, may have gone under the radar before, and you're just like, I'm gonna deal with it right now. I'm just gonna open the bag of worms and deal with it. The Sun in reverse. Why the Sun in reverse? The King of Pentacles upright. Oh, almost slapped me in the face. The Knight. So, okay, let me pull out the cards. And then I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's interesting. So the night, and then the Five of Cups, and then the morning. Isn't that interesting? Okay. So, missed opportunity. Do you feel like you missed out on an opportunity in the past with someone? It wasn't even... Okay, now I'm tapping into the divine feminines of my collective now. I know it. I feel it. It's warm and it's nice and soft. I love my divine feminines. You may have felt like you were missing out on an opportunity with a King of Pentacles. But Spirit is telling you that's actually just a lot of fears coming to light with the Knight in reverse and the Devil right above that card. So the Devil, very Capricorn. And what I mean by that, and the King of Pentacles is very Capricorn. So you're dealing with a Capricorn. I know that for a fact. The Knight, or you are the Capricorn, okay? No, I don't think you are. I think you're dealing with one. I'm hearing Sag for you. Okay, that was the feeder. And now they will be nibbling, so I hope that doesn't bother anybody involved. Okay, with the Knight in reverse, it's giving me that you may have nightmares about this pretty often. Usually the Knight, when it's upright, to me it's more of a tranquil, peaceful night, moon gazing kind of night, ritual setting. But with the Knight in reverse, it's more of the fearful aspects of night, which is your fears, your nightmares, just fear. I know Divine Feminine, I've actually been tapping into this, but it's a scary place to live here, right? It's scary to exist as a woman in this day and age. Like, sure, we get privilege in some form, in a lot of forms, but the fear doesn't go away because someone buys you a cup of coffee, right? The fear is like, well, what did you do to the... I'm just kidding. You can get girls cup of coffees if you're masculine. You can get your dates cups of coffee. That's great. So you're dealing with a lot of fears, and these fears are around what's beyond what you've lost. Whoa, that's profound. What is beyond what you've lost is the opportunity. Don't look at my nails. The opportunity, right? It's just hiding a little. And this opportunity is coming with the Morning card. It is literally on its way to you, because just like the sun sets, it needs to come back up. It always does. So this mourning period for you is now coming, where you're no longer in that kind of mental loop about what you've lost and who you were and what others did to you, the drama that follows, and everyone you've left behind. What is you after everything you've left behind? That is what you are reigniting in your heart. We as divine feminines may have been caught up in feeling a lot of the loss, right? Because the loss was really intense, right? And I'm speaking from experience. The loss was so intense, and it was for so long that it can put us in this state of paranoia, just exhaustion, and honestly, the paranoia itself gets to you so much because it closes you off to new opportunities through people. You know, like networking gets a little harder because now you're fearful of what you might attract because you're just aware of who you are and what you provide for people and how your energy can be used. You know, like once we know a lot, it can get pretty messy up there. It can get pretty chatty up there. And it's just good for you to remember, Divine Feminine, that this state of fear and anxiety that you've been experiencing through the twin flame journey, it's actually, it could be the twin flame as well, but it's a reflection of how you're dealing with your fears. Okay? So examine what exactly you're afraid of, and then see how life has already proven that wrong, right? Normally we look for reasons to validate our fears, but maybe try to remember the times where you were scared something was going to happen a certain way and it didn't. It worked out in your favor. It worked out great, actually. You're here because of probably a culmination of those types of moments, right? And so it's good to remember that past events, when we have stepped into the unknown, the unpaved path, how many times we were literally placed back on our feet so gracefully, right? And I always thank the universe for that. People call it a miracle, a work of God, whatever you want to call it. It's that grace that comes through just the universe carrying you through those moments of fear. So, and those moments of fear, it comes up because it's going to be so powerful and you know it. And that's why the anxiety, right? You understand that the moment is yours and that things are going to be happening and it's kind of out of your control. And I just want to tell you, Divine Feminine, it's okay if things are out of your control. It's probably better, actually. Now you don't have to overthink about how you're going to get somewhere. You can just sit knowing you will. And that's the best feeling in the world. Go make yourself a drink or something, like get something to sip. You're good. You are resting. You have been resting. But honestly, I did not rest a lot this year. I was kind of like on go, 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 go. But now it's time for resting, for me at least. So I know some of you guys, girls and guys and theys, it's a period of rest, and it's perfect because it's summer, and that just means like if even if you can't afford it, make your summer more memorable. It doesn't have to be a trip overseas, but it can be picnics at the beach, at the park. You could do water activities with your friends. I don't know. It sounds really fun. I think summer activities are extremely fun. Like, I lived near the beach most of my life, so but there was a time where I literally avoided the beach. Anyways, that's not important. What I'm saying is go have fun. Go do your thing. And summer is a time for relaxation, recharging, being in the sun. The sun is there. There's ample amounts of sun. Don't obviously protect your skin because we don't want that skin cancer. No, that's not cool. But get some sun. That's what I'm saying. It's important. Do it. I'm telling myself too. I'm not even just telling you. I'm like, nope, we got to go get some sun because this girl, I was in Greece 2 years ago and I literally avoided the sun because I was like, I don't want to get dark. Oh, okay. Like that's some freaking colonizer BS. And I'm not calling anyone a colonizer. It's just an idea form that's not necessary, you know? The video cut off, but I'm back. I don't remember what I was doing, but I know I was shuffling. So let's just continue, right? Continue. Wow, immediately. Ace of Torches in reverse, Ace of Pentacles upright, the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know, I'm so excited. And the Strength, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna pull some clarifiers for these cards that just came out. Please, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, my ears are ringing. There's a good message to this. And the sun is peeking through the clouds. It's a good time. Okay. The Star in reverse is the back of the deck. I won't show it because nudity. But Ace of Torches comes out with the Five of Torches underneath. I don't know. I just get into these accents sometimes. So both torches, right, are like, do you see? There's some symbolism here. There's crazy symbolism. There's this total story. What I'm seeing is that this flame that had been held for so long, on both ends. Hold on, my stand is like slipping. This torch that had been taken and not given to the feminine has caused the feminine to almost retreat and come back even stronger. Someone thought they extinguished your light. Someone thought they were able to keep you locked up, right? Like a little light. Like you're the flame and they're holding it. Lantern. and they thought that, you know, they kind of squashed you. That sounds really harsh, but like some people are just extremely competitive and they just want you squashed for the just for the sake of being squashed, right? It happens. But someone thought they did that to you. And they celebrated way too early because you came back even stronger. And, you know, they thought that they threw you off track towards your abundance, but Spirit understood what they were trying to do. So when they took what was yours, I'm hearing very much like something physical. They took something that was yours, thinking it would leave you in a state of despair or feeling lack, or actually with the Hierophant underneath in reverse, it's telling me that they wanted you to be disconnected from your truth, because I think you have already come back into your knowing of truth, right? You know who you are now. It's not really questionable anymore. Maybe before, you know, you gave off a more impressionable aura, like you were just more like a sponge. You were learning, right? That's why you were in a sponge state. Like children, when we're learning, we're kind of just absorbing. And so, yeah, they definitely wanted to disconnect you from your path and your money and your light. Oh my God, this person just did not want good for you at all. Jeez Louise. But you turned this around and you came out the Queen of Pentacles, okay? You came out way more abundant than them. maybe they were more abundant than you. Oh my God, I just saw 444 on the clock. So yeah, maybe before they were more abundant than you, right? And they hella flex. I mean, they just flexed really hard. And you know, you never felt weird about it because you're like, yes, you should be getting the best in this world. You deserve it. Yes, absolutely. Good job. Because we know how to celebrate people, right? Divine Feminines. We understand, like, we want others to have things and we want others to be blessed. It's not like we're like, no, you can't have it because then I won't have, like, that's lack, right? It's like, no, like, if they have it, that just means it's real and you can have it too, right? It should motivate you. If you understand what it is, when it pops up in other people's lives around you, know that it's the universe's way of telling you, like, it's about to be yours real soon. It's already coming into your little bubble of reality, right? So know that it's possible and it's gonna be yours. So the script has totally flipped, and now you're the abundant one. And you know, they might still have their abundance. They might not be down bad, but now your abundance is a little higher. And with the Queen of Pentacles, he, doesn't matter the gender at all. She's fully abundant. She's got it good. She's calm. She's relaxed, but she's strong, right? Like, she's chilling. And she got like a cute little cow right next to her, but that little cow could grow up to be a bull, right? And she could be the tamer of that bull. And in this case, the lion. And where was I going with? Oh my God. The King of Cups is right underneath the Queen of Pentacles, which honestly tells me that you are now extremely balanced in the physical world and your emotional world, your inner world, your sacred world. It's all pretty much balanced out. I don't think there is a nook that you haven't checked. There isn't a cranny that you haven't swept, okay? So you're good. You're ready to move on to the next stage. That's what it means. It's like you're no longer needed in this cycle because you've already learned the lessons. You already know that you have the courage within to do things that you thought were impossible. You will become the person that you think is impossible to become, right? You will become that person. You already are becoming that person. You might not see it, but other people already see you that way. And like, know that maybe in your lens, like, you're still working at it. You're still showing up every day to make sure that you stay aligned and all that great stuff. Yes, of course, we need to do that every day. But it's not like you're not that person that you're trying to aim for. That's what Spirit's trying to tell you. Like, I think it's time for you to realize, like, you have stepped into your most, not your most, but the most abundant state you have ever been in right now. And it's like, honestly, miraculous. A lot of you might not even really understand how you got here, but you're here, right? A little bit of whiplash from how quick things changed, right? Like, there's a lot of adjusting to do and a lot of just like relaxing to do because you've never been in this state before, right? It's good to just milk it for every moment it is, honestly. But yeah, but I'm now being called to the Isis, oh my God, Isis deck. And we're gonna see if she has any messages for you. Oh, this card is powerful. I got this card in my reading this morning, and she comes out again. It says, Portal of Light. It is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are a conscious being on levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual work. You are not leaving your earthly connection behind. You are merely adding to it. So I got this card, and the crazy thing is, like, that whole thing about, it was brought up twice, but physical reality is bound by time and space, but you work beyond those limitations because you're working at a different frequency. You're dealing with just levels beyond what we can see and sense, right? It's quantum. It's funny because I was literally studying quantum physics I'm not like actually in school for it. I just got curious, so I'm like picking that up as a hobby now, where I'm just learning about quantum mechanics and quantum physics for fun. I don't know, I just felt called to it because it's really interesting stuff. Like, I was in science for a long time and I had no idea about quantum physics until I got my degree. But anyways, you're being called to learning about quantum leaping, right? You're being called to learn about quantum physics in a way, and learning about how time and space can be very manipulated based on gravitational force by, there's a lot of factors that actually, we know time can bend. We know that time is only a construct that we create to make sense of the world that we exist in, right? So every other form of existence does not rely on time. We all know time is not linear. Time is actually every present moment, right? That's why most people, when we talk about past lives, they can also refer to them as different timelines, right? Different moments, different timelines within the present moment. Like, you're experiencing it right now, even if it presented itself in a different time, right? So there's so much to learn about quantum anything, and I think it's worth a go. Honestly, I'm having a great time. I don't know what's going on like half of the time they're explaining stuff, but I'm enjoying it. I can't say I'm like retaining everything, but I'm retaining some things, and that's something. Right, so let's get another message from Isis, and we're going to close out this reading. The sun. Okay, this card popped out for me. The Lunar Queen. There's a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential to balance our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to follow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. Wow. Okay. So, the universe is reminding us that we can rest. A balanced approach is to do action and then, obviously resting afterwards. Who told me this? It's someone on YouTube. I watch her like literally every day, but obviously I'm using my phone to record this, so I can't necessarily. I'm gonna link her down below because she's honestly like such a beautiful representation of a divine feminine in my eyes. I like her a lot. I like how authentic she is and how real she is, and I wish I remembered her name right now, and I feel like a fraud for not remembering, but it's okay. I'm gonna link her. You should definitely give her a go because she's totally worth it. She gives such beautiful insight on just the journey and a lot of other aspects that aren't a part of the twin flame journey, right? Some of us are here because we are heavily invested in the twin flame journey. Some of us are here just because we are divine feminines, and you know, there's still nuggets of truth for the divine feminine, even if messages about the divine masculine come out, right? Because we have that within us as well. So it's honestly good to hear that that part of the story as well. So I recommend give her a go. And yeah, Spirit's telling you, rest. Earlier I said summer is all about like resting, right? You know, you normally think like vacations and stuff, but in this economic state, I don't think so. I'm just kidding. I don't know why I'm so jokey today, but maybe don't just throw this information away if you're just thinking vacation. You could also think of it as like resting, right? Just things that rejuvenate you, that bring you that feeling of life again. Just like, I'm here, I exist, and it's beautiful, and I'm gonna make the most of my day. And some days making the most of my day is laying on the couch for the entire day. Sometimes it's just ordering a pizza so you don't have to cook, right? Give yourself a break, divine feminine. Make things easier for you right now. Spirit really wants you to do that. Just make things very easy for you right now, because you are ascending. You are literally going through a process of ascension as we speak. And you need to know, like, rest is so important as your DNA upgrades, because there is, and I don't say that lightly, because a truth about me is that I used to be on the path to becoming a geneticist, like an actual geneticist. But I chose to follow this path that's more aligned with who I am, right? So I do have the information about how like our DNA actually upgrades when we're spiritually going through it. I might make another video about it because I used to be in science. So the way I approached spirituality in the beginning of my path was very unique, because I not only use logic to make sense of the spiritual world, but spirituality filled in the missing pieces of what science could not at the time. Okay. And it brought me so much peace to know that there was a missing piece other than science, right? Because people think kind of black and white. Well, they used to. I don't think they do anymore. But now we understand that, you know, everything is linked with each other. If it exists in this reality, even if it's polar, it's linked. Both exist, right? And so they don't cancel each other out. If they're both here in reality, that means they both exist, and that both are actually perfectly valid to exist. Okay, anyways, but yeah, just, you know, just these little realizations that I've been having. Literally, my mind has just been expanding. It might be the lessons on quantum, but I don't know. I'm having a good time though. Like, this energy is really exciting to me, and it's really motivating. I don't know if you feel it, divine feminine or divine masculine. If you're here, I'm sorry I have not been addressing you. But honestly, all of these messages are for you as well, divine masculine. Don't think that this is only for feminine. I'm addressing them because I feel them strongly in these videos, but know that I hold space and reverence for the divine masculines here on my channel as well. Okay, I am so interested in the twin flame journey and I am not actually that biased towards masculine or feminine. I do identify as a divine feminine, but you know, that literally just means like I hold space and reverence for the divine masculine. Okay, so know that these messages are also for you. They're for anyone, really. I'm using titles, but these messages are for anyone that is willing to listen, right? And yeah, I think I'll stop it there. I'm feeling out of breath. I've been talking a lot. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe if you feel like it. Don't feel pressure to it, but I'd love to have you around again. And you know, leave a blue emoji so I know that you listened through the whole thing. You are a trooper. You are my favorite. I love you. Okay, bye.